Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. So in today's video we are going to check out the 5 most unique horses in Red Dead Redemption 2. And what I mean by that is horses that you can only find during a certain mission, or horses that are just extremely hard to find in the wild. So the first 3 are actually horses that you can only get through a certain mission or through a certain part, and then you can no longer get them. And the other ones are just horses that are extremely hard to find in the wild. And I say we get right into the video. So the first horse on our list is also the first horse we actually bond with, and this one is the Mahoney Tennessee Walker. So the Tennessee Walker, or this specific coat, the Mahoney Tennessee Walker, is a horse that you can only get during chapter 1, and this horse is the first horse you actually get in the barn. You take it in the barn and you go back with it to your camp. And you get this from the mission Outlaws from the West. So if you just play the chapter 1, then eventually you will get to this mission and you will get the horse. After you complete chapter 1 and you decide to get rid of the horse, you can no longer get the horse because it's only obtainable through chapter 1. So overall a really cool horse, and like I said, if you decide to get rid of it, you can no longer get this throughout your whole playthrough. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to do another playthrough, that you definitely keep this one because it's probably one of the most unique horses in the game. Like I said, you can only get this one from the missions Outlaw from the West, and other than that you can no longer get them if you decide to get rid of it. So overall a really cool horse and a really cool coat as well. So the second horse that we are going to check out is the Black Shire. The Black Shire is a horse that you can only get in chapter 2 with a mission called Exit Pursuit by a Bruised Ego. So basically what this means, or what this mission does, is you go hunting with Hosea, and before you go hunting you actually get the Black Shire, and Hosea tells you to either sell it or keep it. And if you decide to sell it, then you can no longer get this coat. But if you decide to keep it and stable it in your stable, then you'll have an amazing coat that you can only get once. That is quite unique. Like I said, there's only one way to get this horse or to get this coat, and if you decide to sell it, then you can no longer get this coat after that mission. Overall a really cool coat. I think many of us, when you first play through the game, decide to sell it, and then we can no longer get this coat back if we actually wanted it. Because overall I think it's a really cool coat. The Shire, I think it's a cool horse as well. So definitely a coat that you wanna keep if you decide to go through your second or third playthrough, like I did. So let's go on to the next coats.
Easy, whoa.
So the next one on our list is called Buell. Buell is a horse that you can only get through chapter 6, part of a quest called the Veteran Part 1. And if you decide to not do that quest, then you can no longer get Buell after that. because Buell, like I said, is one of a kind. You know, you can only get him through this specific mission, and if you decide to not do that mission, then you can no longer get him. So if you want more detailed steps on actually how to get Buell, I will leave a link in the description down below, so you can actually check him out there and actually get more information on how to get this specific horse if you not already got him in your stable. But other than that, Buell, a really cool looking horse. You know, I remember when I first played through him, I remember one of my subscribers actually saying the steps to get this one, and it was probably one of the coolest horses, and I think I actually used him until the end of the game. So overall, a really cool looking horse and just an amazing coat as well.
Whoa, easy.
So the next two horses on our list are horses that you can only find in the wild, but these ones were quite rare, as it took me a couple of hours to actually find these horses. So the first one is the few spotted Appaloosa. The few spotted Appaloosa can only be found in herds all over the map, in Appaloosa herds. So if you want and go and get one yourself, then you actually have to go through quite a bit of terrain, because there isn't one specific spawn location for this one. Like I said, they spawn in herds of Appaloosas all over the map. But if you want more information on that, I'll definitely leave a link in the description down below where you can get a little bit more information on actually where to find the spawn locations. Because like I said, this one actually took quite a bit of time. The first try I actually wanted to spawn him. So overall, a really cool looking horse. I think the Appaloosas are one of the cooler looking horses, especially with the coats. You know, they really look cool, and just an overall amazing looking coat as well.
Settle.
So the next horse and our last horse on this list is the Red Arabian. The Red Arabian is a horse that you can only get on the PC version of the game. Later on I will show you the location where you can find this specific coat. But overall, the Red Arabian is really hard to find. You know, there's only one spawn location to get this horse, but it's definitely not an easy find. You know, I had to do a couple of hours of trying to actually get this one to spawn. So it's overall a really rare looking coat as well. You know, there are not a lot of red colored skins in the game. But overall, just a really cool looking coat. And like I said, this one took a couple of hours to actually spawn. Yes, we do have this one in the online version of the game, but it's a little bit different. It's not the exact same one. Overall, a really rare coat to find, and just a really cool skin as well. You know, I think the Arabians are really cool. The only downside is they are quite small, and I think a lot of us don't like the smaller size horses. But overall, just a cool looking skin, a cool looking horse, and definitely check him out if you haven't already.
Settle. Easy now.
So here we are guys at the end of the video. Like I said, we did 5 horses in total, but there are definitely a lot more that are really rare to find or just really hard to find. But I think these ones gave me the most trouble to actually find them when I did them back in the day. But I'll definitely do a part 2 because I can think of a couple horses that are just straight difficult to find. They're really hard to find as well. So we'll definitely do a part 2 to get those horses or to showcase those horses as well. So overall, if you did enjoy the video, then definitely like and subscribe like I said, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys, see you later.